people are confused sometimes by exactly who and what I am. And that's because in my personality, which is a humbler word than method, two things are united which are usually not found co-present. My techniques are all shamanic and involve perturbing the senses and dissolving ordinary states of mind through psychedelics. So my techniques are shamanic, but my what would I call it? I guess method, not techniques, but method is rational and analytical. So I use shamanic techniques to go into shamanic places and then attempt to study them scientifically using reason. Saying, what is this? How does it work? What is it made of? How do its parts relate to each other? And what is its inner dynamic? And this apparently, though it seems fairly obvious to me, is a fairly radical union of techniques. Scientists don't explore psychedelics because somehow the scientific mind must not be besmirched by contact and contamination with the thing studied. But how the hell can you study psychedelics without taking them? Rats are not very satisfying, and graduate students still less so. So eventually, you're going to have to get your feet wet. Well, then they say, well, but that destroys your scientific objectivity. Well, not if it's the only path to contacting the phenomenon that you're attempting to study. So that has worked for me. I am not part of the New Age in my own mind. To me, the New Age is typified by an incredible credulity and an utter immunity to cognitive dissonance. I mean, you can believe that the world is ruled from the Pleiades, and you can believe that L. Ron Hubbard is God. There seems to be no end to the number of contradictions that the New Age can simultaneously entertain. But what I have done is I probe weirdness, but rationally. Most people who are attracted to weirdness want to convert and believe it and take it in and exalt it. I don't. I don't want to believe anything. I hate ideology, all ideology. That's why I'm so casual about the possible crushing of my own, because ideologies are a lesser resolution of our dilemma than we are capable of. The higher resolution lies in real feeling and real community and affection. Ideology has poisoned the last 1,000 years. All of these ideologies have ultimately done more good and done more bad than good. Marxism, Christianity, even, at the risk of setting off a riot, Freudianism, on and on and on. The correct method, I think, is simply the phenomenological approach. Catalog data, seek patterns, draw conclusions, test them back against the original data. Now, most people who advocate that kind of an approach somehow come down. It brings them down. They say, well, this method then shows you that being is only this, and thought is only that, and love is merely this, and so forth. In other words, it reduces everything. It insults everything. I haven't found that to be the case. I've found real weirdness. The world is strange. Very, very, very strange. Not only, far stranger than I suppose, and orders of magnitude more strange than these cheerful workbench scientists and keepers of the faith of our culture suppose. There are doorways. There are edges. There are passageways. But for every real one, there are 10,000 dead ends, cul-de-sacs, and cheap scams of one sort. So to go out as an ingenue into the world seeking to invest your belief in something, you will be instantly sucked into some screwy thing and your life force pulled from you, and you will be used and abused, as ingenues and naives always are. A much better approach is, be tough. The truth does not require your participation in order to exist. Bullshit does. But the truth is fine, thank you, whether you believe in it or not. So what is gained by the truth if you believe in it? Nothing, I maintain. And you are diminished. You are diminished because by believing in something, you have precluded your freedom to believe in its opposite. You gave away the most precious existential currency in the universe. So, I think it's very good to be tough, to ask the hard questions, but to go a long way down the path with these claimants to secret knowledge, insight, lineage, but ultimately, the hard questions have to be asked. And this is not a path toward dispelling the mystery from the universe. This is the way to get to the real gold in a hurry, not become glamorized or subverted by the dross of the world. Well, maybe that's enough for this evening. We will go over all of these things at the level of intensity that you are interested in. It's fine to get down to the how much, how, and when questions about the compounds and the plants. That is technique, and that's important, because it's fine to sit here talking about the psychedelic experience. This bears no resemblance to the psychedelic experience in any form whatsoever. So it's very important that you leave here empowered, empowered to make your way into these places with confidence. And then the other thing to pay attention to is inevitably the way our ass-backward society works is it creates cults of personality and Renaissance stabilized points of focus on the celebrity personality who is the teacher, the guy who wears the microphone, or the woman who wears the microphone. What you can really take away from here, if you're smart, is community of some sort. Probably someone in this room has what you need. And I guarantee you it isn't me. So don't waste your time on me. But that's all there for you to sort out. So techniques we can discuss. The formation of community and association is your own business. And then as much time as you want to spend on the what does it all mean, Mr. Natural, side of the question. And we'll dig into all of this at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Thank you very much. Get some sleep or go to the baths or do both. Or go to the rave.